Hello and welcome to Hero Mode Audio Chronicles, episode 30. I'm your host, Curtis and Leeland. Today is Leeland Stone.
Bonjour.
How goes?
Good.
So, if anyone's been following our kind of Twitter feed and shit, they've probably seen yesterday that we got there was some testing and stuff going on.
A lot of testing.
So, the last podcast I mentioned this card game, which I thought of basically the day before. And, well, actually, no, it was whenever that fucking teaser went up, that shows the two cards.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
It was roughly around then. So now, since then, we've gotten it down. We've been playing it. We played a few games yesterday, and I'm pretty fucking stoked about it.
I enjoy it. I do. You think at times it's just fucking broken, but no.
That's what
There's all kinds of ways to win.
That's what I found was and I like that extreme because you get a setup and it feels like no, this got to be broke, right? Because this is fucked. But then it's like no, there's a way around it, and to get that set up, it's not always easy. And so it reminds me of stuff because it happens in Magic too. There's decks around that kind of stuff. It's like Darksteel Colossus was a big one when I was playing. It was a deck where the only creature in it was a Darksteel Colossus, and they used to use some kind of some weapon or some artifact that burns through your deck until it finds an artifact or a creature or something and puts it into play. So it half mills you, but then you got a Darksteel Colossus on the board and they got 2 turns left. Right? And similar, there was another one I remember playing, going to a tournament. I had a mono red deck. And I went up against this white weenie equipment deck, but it had a crazy weird equipment that made this character. Once if you had all the equipment out, it could spawn this avatar character. Then all the equipment would equip to them, and they were
just ridiculous.
Yeah, you couldn't fucking touch him. And on top of it, where I was mono red, he had protection from everything. So for that game, I just waited till I was dead. And that stuff can happen in our game. I find the balance is so even that I haven't seen a blowout yet. Every fight I've seen has gone pretty tight. It's never been one guy hits 10 and the other one's got less than 5.
That's true.
And Carolyn played last night after. She beat me twice.
Nice.
she used the deck I put together, but she kicked my ass. And I was really surprised too, because first I thought I was going to win. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, oh. I just told her she had the Traveler. I was like, pull out. I was like, you got Dara, right? And I was like, look at the Traveler, what he does. She's like, oh. And she pulls out Chomtara, and then you got my ass handed to me. So, and that synergy stuff too that we've got going. And I'm sure, no one listening knows about any of it, but hopefully this entices you to play.
Yes.
Because it'll soon be up on the website. The plan is it's going to be released for free. You'll be able to download a PDF and fucking start playing at home at any time. Just take the patience to cut the motherfuckers out.
Yeah. Best thing to do would be to get some sleeves, though, just to keep them easy to shuffle and shit like that. Yeah, you just get some nice sleeves and throw them in. I mean, then you don't even need
they
to
can
have
be
fucking
stock.
paper.
Yeah, exactly. You can just have shitty copy paper and do it up. And other than that, you'll just need D6. And the preferred number would be at least 10.
I think 10 is a good number for it.
Yeah,
just because it covers most of everything except for some specific characters.
Yeah, but when it comes to attack rolls, all that matters is as long as you got 1, you can attack, right? Because you just count your hits.
Yeah, just count off hits.
But the ones that the reason I was trying to keep it at least 10 was in case because the game does involve damage counters. So if you got and the most characters that'll be out at once is 6.
So it gives you 4 to play with still.
Yeah, and now there's still guys that have over 6 health.
Yes, and I mean it also if people want to use the dice as modifiers for something else.
Yeah,
because you do get equipment bonuses that you might not pay attention to on the card.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, but a D6 is not hard to come by. So if you're listening to this and you're interested enough to download and print off a game and play it, good chance you got a few D6. But yeah, and then so that'll be given out for free. But also later on, I want to put together a package a nice set that people can pick up if they like. But the game will always be free. Yeah.
If you choose.
Yeah, if you choose to get it. But then I'd like to do start doing some tournaments and stuff after. NGX is coming up, and I'm wondering if we can get it ready in time for that.
Who's NGX? April?
July.
Yeah.
July.
Sapphire and the Rocks in April.
Yeah, but I don't think we're getting in. But we are going to go. We're going to... And, maybe... probably can't do nothing with the game there. But we'll just go and check it out. And fucking talk to some motherfuckers.
Yes.
Give them some cards. What's this? Download our game.
Look, stuff for you.
But yeah, I'm having a blast with this card game. Like, it was a good little break, too, to kind of turn off Jaro for a minute and concentrate on something else, because I like to switch off.
I mean, turn off Jaro. You've been fighting Jaro.
True, he's still in the game. And yeah, that's the other thing. I don't know if I've expressly said that on the podcast about, like, the idea of that. Like, this game is our Heroes. Like, what Heroes of the Storm is to Blizzard, this is to us.
Yes.
Because it's all of our universes coming together and fight.
It's a lot more... Well, I suppose it's because we don't have as big of a database to pull them from.
Yeah, right now...
There's a lot of those just, like, background stuff thrown in there now to fill...
No, but that's what it'll be. Like, I want to pull, like, there's going to be...
Everything.
Yeah, like, I want to use, like... There's going to be times where we'll go back over
the coffee table.
It might be. It might be an item. Like... But... like, as we, expand our content more and more, because right now it's basically Vandal Chain and Chomp-Tars is the entirety of the universes involved. But there is more stuff brewing. KD's got a story that, I don't know if I've ever told you about, but it's something I helped work with him. We were going to make a comic of it years ago. But I think he's talking about trying to get a movie done now. And if he does that story... it'd be another one perfect for the game. There's a lot of characters in it that could easily be in the game.
Nice.
And monsters and stuff.
Monsters!
Like, I will tell you one thing. His story made mermaids seem badass.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Like, it makes a mermaid seem like, oh, shit.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, like one of the scariest things you've ever heard.
Mermaid on your ass.
Yeah. So, yeah, more teasers and stuff to come. See how that plays out. And outside of our developments, fucking more people dropping.
David Bowie yesterday.
David Bowie's gone. I'm not really a Bowie fan.
Well, I mean, neither am I, but yeah. He's iconic in so many things I know from my childhood.
Well, yeah. I mean, he is an iconic character regardless if you like his music or not. Like, there's people who know who he is. Like I said, I don't listen to it, but I know.
But you know who he is. That's the thing.
And he's involved in a lot of cool stuff too. Like, or like his persona has influenced things.
Yes.
Right? Like, you know what I mean? Is more so the fact.
Well, I mean, for me, as soon as I seen that post today, like this morning, where it's like, oh, David Bowie passed away, the song Bowie by Flight of the Conchords was going through my head for like an hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I know that song, but that's a great example of something that's like, it's not even David Bowie. Like,
yeah, it's not his. It's their like thing. Comedy song. It was.
And did you ever watch Venture Brothers?
Yes.
David Bowie's the leader of the what do they call it? League of Calamitous Intent.
Is he?
Yeah, he's sovereign. He's the number one leader of all the villains.
Oh.
And Iggy Pop was in it, and some other guy that I didn't get the reference for. But that's a great show too, Venture Brothers. But yeah, like I was talking to a guy who is a Bowie fan, and apparently like he picked up the CD and he said it's a lot like basically like I see you guys later. Like, yeah, like he knew what was coming.
Well, I mean, he had cancer for what was it, 18 months or something?
Yeah,
a year and a half. I mean,
so honestly, it's probably a pretty damn good album. Like, just out of that kind of like driving force. Like I said, I'm not going to be rocking to it or nothing, but I'm sure it's a great album for anyone who enjoys his music. But it's also interesting to see like how that would affect him, right? Because I mean, he's been a kind of character that's really been like, lively, if anything. You know what I mean? Like, but so then
he was definitely an entertainer.
Yeah, and this one focuses more on him, like basically ending the show, we'll say. And but still, comparatively, like what else happened since the last one was the Lemmy funeral.
Yes, you attended the other night.
Yeah, fucking the live stream on YouTube was fucking crazy. Like, yeah, it was really cool. and that was more. Yeah, I care more about that person passing away because I liked his. I'm more identified with his persona comparatively to.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, just because he's like this hardworking dude who just didn't care, he just did what he wanted. Like he just lived the way he lived and wasn't like he was never arrogant or really like an asshole. He valued being like an honest person. And was really smart and well read. Like even though he had this hard, like everyone thought he was probably a fucking idiot because he looks like a, gang leader. But he's a really smart guy. And to see all people coming out, like his funeral wasn't like a cavalcade of fucking celebrities drummed by. It was like some couple from Finland that he was like really good friends with that knew him came in and talked to him and telling stories about how they met. And the guy who was the snake handler for Alice Cooper. Talking about how him and Lemmy became like best friends, and that's how they met because he was Alice Cooper's snake handler and met him on tour.
Oh wow!
There was a funny story. Is like, so he said like Alice has the snake on stage and the snake shits on him, and so the guy's backstage is like, "Oh my god, I'm fired!" And Lemmy's there. He's like, "What's wrong?" It's like my snake just shit on Alice Cooper, and he said Lemmy just died, like just fucking died laughing. And on top of that, actually, there was another cool story I seen about Lemmy from Dee Snider of Twisted Sister, which was pretty badass. Like, so you remember Twisted Sister when they were like in full regalia, like the like football player drag thing. Like, yeah. So apparently they got one of their first opening gigs was for Motorhead, and they were really worried because a Motorhead crowd is not they don't like seeing that
right? Image.
Yeah, they're not like glam is the opposite end. Now they weren't really glam, but they were wearing makeup, and that was like a very not a great thing to be doing at the time for that area for that audience.
Don't do that.
What was cool is that Lemmy came in and they were like pretty fucking worried about going out to the crowd, and he's like, "I'm going to introduce you guys." And then, so he said, the band goes out. He said you could see and actually what they were worried about, they had heard about people basically getting bottled off the stage.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, at shows.
Just...
Yeah, literally. And, because there was a band that it happened to. I can't remember the band that he said, but anyway, he said, like, they go out and take the stage, and he said, yeah, you can see people, like, getting ready, almost like the place is about to go up, and then Lemmy walks out and everyone freezes. And Lemmy walks out and says, like, "Here's a couple of my friends from America. Check them out." And then everyone fucking watches the show, and then they kill it, right? This is like young, hungry, fucking Twisted Sister. And they blow the show away, and like they leave and they're chanting Twisted Sister and everything. And then when the show's over, they're all fucking spent in the back. And then Lemmy comes back and he's like, "All right, I introduced you, now you introduce me."
Deadly.
And that's the kind of guy he was with all these stories. It's just very straight-laced. Like, he understood everything that was happening around him. He always tried to be a nice guy. Tried to be a good guy. So that's why, like, when I seen him gone after reading, like, a lot of this stuff, I felt that was a bigger loss than Bowie, personally. Because I don't know of any of these types of stories, but I wouldn't anyway, right? Because I don't follow, like, any of the lore, we'll say.
True. Well, I mean, I wouldn't have knew any of this about Lemmy because he's not my person, like, my musical choice.
Yeah, exactly. And that's by the same token for Bowie, I'm sure there is fucking some awesome stories out there of, like, shit that he's done for people.
Probably.
Because, I mean, Jesus, the guy's been on the go for fucking, like, what? 50 years? His career has to be spanning over 50 years.
Oh, I think so. I only found out today. I knew he had a child, and he named the child Zoe. Zoe
really?
Bowie was
Zoe Bowie.
Yeah, Zoe Bowie was. But I didn't know that his son changed his name when he was like really young to like I think it's Duncan Jones because Bowie's original last name is Jones, and I found out that he's the director who did the Moon movie, and he's also the director who's doing Warcraft.
The Moon movie?
Yeah, Moon.
Oh, just called Moon?
It's called Moon, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And but he directed Moon, and he's directing the Warcraft movie. So David Bowie's kid is directing the Warcraft movie.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Well, I mean...
I saw that this morning, I'm like, what?
I mean, really? I guess he's still entertaining. Like, his son's out there doing it.
Yeah. Different way.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
But yeah, that's just
entertain.
We were talking about that today. It was like, it's gonna suck. You got to watch all the greats go. Like, you got to watch every great entertainer and hero and sports athlete, whoever you're a fan of, right? You got to watch all your heroes go, unless you fucking something happens first.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the thing. I mean, your heroes and your idols and stuff are usually like the older generation. At some point, they're gonna pass. Like that's gonna happen.
But that's why it's gonna be interesting to see like the landscape of like music and stuff adjust to that, because what I find is the problem, like, these guys were born in a generation when playing music was what mattered in music. Like, being a good entertainer, being a good songwriter was what was important.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not the same.
And now, because now, like, I mean, David Bowie was in pop and stuff, and I don't know if he started today. If David Bowie was reborn today, I don't think he'll rise to what he was, because he won't get the chances that he had, I don't think, because it's not about actual credibility, as far as I can tell, in this industry anymore. For them, it's more about
the dollar.
Yeah, and look
a certain way. The dollar and the image.
Yeah, that's it. And now, I mean, he was an image master too. Like, but he no one would have let him do it then.
But he did it himself too.
Exactly. Like, he's a trendsetter, as far as like, he did something that was not popular. He made it popular. Right?
Oh, look, what's Bowie wearing?
Yeah. Exactly, and that's what I find is the problem with a lot of stuff now, and the same reason why you're seeing fucking movies get remade and rehashed and everything. It's just people are afraid to move into new things.
I seen something today, and what was it on? It was an article about someone leaked a picture of the Spider-Man outfit in Civil War. So it's going to be the third rendition of Spider-Man put out so far.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't know Spider-Man was supposed to be in Civil War.
Oh, yeah, he's a
big part. But like this movie.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, you're right.
I didn't know he was in this movie coming up, because they kind of announced everyone else, but then they're like, oh, well, a picture leaked of the possible outfit from Civil War, so... But this is going to be the third time. The third reboot of Spider-Man. Like,
yeah. That's true.
So...
And now, I enjoyed the last one.
I did. I really liked the second one. I didn't. The first three they're okay.
They're decent, yeah.
The last one I really liked. I kind of expected that to kind of take off more than it did. It didn't. It fizzled out.
Yeah.
And now they're putting out someone new, so it's just it's kind of getting to the point for me. It's like, how much are you gonna try?
Yeah. Like,
right. They stopped with the Hulk. They're not doing any more Hulk movies as far as I know. Like, they're just, you know. They got an established Hulk. He's still a main character. Doesn't have his own main thing. That's all, right?
Yep. No, it's true. Like, I don't know how. Like, it's weird that the movies are almost starting to shape up like the way the old comics did, where like universes are getting rebooted and restarted, new storylines, and it's actually starting to cross over, which is cool. Like, that's interesting to see all these characters mix, and because that didn't even click with me for a minute when you said that.
Oh, Spider-Man in Civil War.
Yeah, because I was just like, yeah, Spider-Man was in Civil War.
He's in the comic, but he wasn't announced for the movie. Exactly. And I found it a bit strange, and then I seen the article today where it's like, oh, possible outfit, and it's his red suit with the, like, the blue, like, short sleeve fucking
that's the
jacket.
Scarlet Spider.
Is that the one that is?
That's Scarlet. It was like, this is all blue.
Yeah, and the rest of the suit's all red.
Yeah, that's Scarlet Spider.
That's the outfit.
That's fucked up.
That's the one that they had, like, listed there.
That's crazy, because that's a whole different thing. Like, that's Clone Saga and shit. So...
Unless, if they're going to put that spin on the universe, I mean, maybe they could do whatever they want.
Yeah, but that's also, like, that's a different Spider-Man, too. That's Ben Reilly.
Yes.
Like, so maybe they're fucking with that, and that's how they can get around it. Maybe it's not even Peter Parker. Maybe Fox still does own it. Because that's the whole reason I didn't think Spider-Man was in it, right? Because... these other movie companies technically own him, but that he did revert recently. Like, they did get him back. Marvel owns Spider-Man again, so that's really interesting.
But after so much horror,
yeah,
what do you do with him? Drop him into an already established franchise and see how it goes, I guess.
You know, I still haven't seen fucking Avengers 2, actually. Talking about that.
Really?
Yeah, Age of Ultron.
It's up on Netflix.
Yeah, I know.
I was bored one day and I'm like, I'll throw this on and watch it again.
I did put it on once and fell asleep, honestly. But it's just like, I think I was on the way there anyway, you know, at the time. But, like, so you've seen it? You've seen Age of Ultron?
Yes.
And good compared to the first one?
I enjoyed it.
That's what I think is
I'm
the best
looking
way
forward, because, I mean, like, they're bringing it ever closer to the Infinity Gauntlet. So, I mean, that's... Actually, at the end of it, he grabs the gauntlet and he says, it's time to do this myself. And then...
Thanos does?
Yes, and then it fucking just ends.
Okay, so Avengers 3 should be
It should
Thanos.
be the Infinity Gauntlet, yeah, the arc for that.
That should be...
Which I'm sure is going to be a couple movies. That in itself is going to be a couple movies, I'm sure.
And he's a wicked fucking villain, and he looks right, which is what's exciting too. But the other one to look out for, as far as Marvel... No. Yeah, Marvel. No, I was half thinking about something else then.
What?
Well, there's Superman, Batman coming in, but I feel like that's DC trying to live up to what Avengers has already done. As far as like, because Dawn of Justice, right?
Oh.
So, to me, it's the short track to Justice League, and especially after seeing the preview that shows Wonder Woman and everything. So, but it feels really short jump to that, right? Compared to what Marvel's done. Because Marvel was like, we're going to give each character their own movie.
Dropping cameos and little tidbits here and there to tie it all together.
And then finally...
And then start crossing them over.
Yeah. And even... I wasn't aware of this because I wasn't watching it, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. bridges all of it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, like after a movie happens, the show addresses it, and the build-up to movie releases they address.
No way.
Yeah, that's why, because a buddy at work was telling me about it, like, when, I think Avengers 2 happened, like, that happened at the end of, like, whatever season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and it built up to set up going into Ultron.
I wonder if it covers, like, everything, like...
I think it does. I think that's them trying to, like, have the point of, like, this is the fulcrum of our, like, new media universe. But I think it's, like... I don't know. I couldn't get into it because to me it was like, here's our TV budget superhero show where we can't really do much because it's expensive. You know, we can't have...
I was going to check it out, but I haven't seen, like, I don't think I've seen 30 seconds of the show.
No, me neither, honestly. And just too fucking much superhero shit now, man. Like, it's way... Like, is Daredevil going to be in Civil War? Is Jessica Jones going to be in Civil War? Like... They technically should be. Like, you know, they're all supposed to register. So Jessica probably would. Because that's the other thing, too. Like, I mean, it's all about this hero registration shit. I think, even though, I don't know. Like, that's what the comic is about, and that's why they all fight. So, I'm hoping that it plays out the same way, but it looks like it's more about Bucky.
Yeah, I guess they want to take Bucky in for all the shit that he's done as the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing they want to put him away or something. And obviously Captain America doesn't agree, so he wants to save him. And then Iron Man's like, well, you know, if you're not going to listen to the rules, then we're going to put you down too, essentially. And like, yeah, like, Iron Man's the bad guy in this movie, like, essentially.
But did you see that shot where they're fighting him? Like...
Oh, where he tosses, like, the fucking shield back and forth?
Yeah. I thought that looked like shit.
It doesn't look very good.
I thought it was so lame.
I've seen that shot a couple times, and it's just like, they could have done it way better. Like,
you got superheroes, man. Like, you got Captain America and Bucky, and you got Iron Man.
Well, yeah.
Well, Winter Soldier. Yeah. But you got the three of the boys there fighting. So why the fuck is the fight consisting of Iron Man on his knees in front of him, the boys wailing on him? Like, I'm sure it doesn't. That's not the entirety of it, but. That was not a good thing to show.
It wasn't a good thing. No, not for a trailer or a teaser. It's like, oh, so Iron Man gets fucking just laced into. I mean, like, exactly. He just sits there and fucking gets beat on for the two boys, and it's not even, and it doesn't even look like them attacking. Doesn't even look good.
Exactly. It's just this weird. Like, I guess they tried to make it look nice with the shot because it's composed like, you know, very even, like the three guys in the margins and shit, but. Such a boring thing to be happening for a superhero fight. Like, just, catch my shield. Like, that's what they tried to add to it to make it, like, cool.
I don't know.
But, well, I mean, I can't even say that I'll probably see it because I haven't really been seeing much of the Marvel shit lately.
I haven't seen Ant-Man yet. I'm still wary about Ant-Man.
I'm not interested at all. I get it. It's gonna be like a comedy and stuff. But I don't give a fuck about Ant-Man.
No, like it does not interest me whatsoever. It's not like it's not even a superhero I've ever like investigated.
Yeah, seriously. Well, like my only experience with that character is seeing him in Ultimates, which is an alternate universe version of the Avengers, and he was interesting in that, but I don't think they've taken him in that direction because in that one. He was a shitty guy. Like, he was not a good person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, he's married to Wasp, and he fucking abuses her, and he's a drug addict, an alcoholic, and, like, you know, they're fighting and shit, and...
Alright, Paul Rudd.
Yeah!
Do it!
But whereas this is just, like, seems just, like, it's almost like the buddy comedy, well, Marvel.
And that's the thing, like, I mean, like, it's not even that... It's Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a bad actor or anything like that. It's just he's not a superhero. I can't make that connection.
No, me neither. To me, it's like he should be in what he's been doing forever, like another couple comedy. You know what I mean? That's to me. He's been that for so long.
Yes.
Like every time I see that guy, he's in a relationship in a movie with a chick who seems like a bitch, and he says some funny shit.
And I mean, but see, and in the same sense, the same thing I looked at for Ben Affleck, though. I mean, he was when I thought of Ben Affleck being Batman, I'm just like, no, that's not him.
I think everyone.
But at the same time, I can think back now that I have seen Ben Affleck in shit where he is
the badass,
an asshole, or fucking the badass, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, that's a bit more easier to swallow, I guess you could say.
I do find it, but it's still like there's something about like his reputation for some reason, like. He didn't feel like a good Batman fit.
No. But when people said it in the other sense, it's like he makes a good Bruce Wayne.
He does. He makes a great Bruce Wayne. I think he's a better Bruce Wayne than any of the others.
Yeah, like he nails the Bruce Wayne. He's not a Batman.
No. But did you catch too the voice modulation thing?
No.
Check the trailer again. You get a chance. When Wonder Woman shows up and Superman turns to him, he's like, "She with you?" When he says, like, I thought he was with you, you can hear, like, almost like this digitally kind of, like, modulation distortion over his voice.
But isn't he in the suit in that part?
Yeah, he's in the suit. But that's a thing. Like, that seems to be, like, that's a part of Batman now in this movie.
Oh.
Right? So his voice is actually going to be a little metallic, almost robotic, through this thing. So it's, like, I don't know if it's, like, almost poking fun at the you know, where are the drugs? You know, but it does give it a little bit more like forethought and like logic, I guess, that he changes his voice like that way as opposed to Christian Bale's way.
True.
But
Batman.
I think I am kind of excited to see that movie though.
Yeah.
But only because I just want to see another cool fight like I seen in Superman.
Yeah, like I'm sure they'll like. I don't expect the movie to do badly.
No,
I don't.
Even if it's a shit movie, it's not going to. Ninja Turtles 2 is coming out.
Oh Jesus! I'm not like stoked for the movie, but I don't see it being a bad movie. Like I'm thinking that when I go to see it, I'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I ain't standing up for it.
That's kind of where I'm at with all superhero movies right now. There's none that I'm like super. There is one that I'd like to see.
What's that?
Guess, but you can guess it unless you don't know it's coming out.
Thor?
Deadpool.
Oh!
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Deadpool looks like a fun movie. Like, I want to see that one.
Yes, definitely.
But as far as all the other superhero stuff, like, I can take it or leave it. Say, honestly, like, for Star Wars for me. Like, I'm sure it's a good movie, but, you know, I'm just not super stoked to go check it out.
Understood.
Alright. Check us out at theheromode.com. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook. Subscribe on iTunes and YouTube. So that was episode 30. We'll catch you guys later.
Bye.
We'll catch you guys later.
Bye.
We'll catch you guys later.
Bye.
We'll catch you guys later.
Bye.